Good luck for the whole month. We are set. Solid. Welcome to the Tiger Forge show where, you have to do a little patter before something important because it takes a moment for the broadcast to reach all of the broadcast stations that I'm broadcasting to. And if you're playing a drinking game at home, broadcast. Anyway, welcome back to the Tiger Forge Show. Every single weekday, I try to give you a quick fix that you can use to start making positive changes to your life right now, like right in this moment. And that includes working you out right now. And all of that is going to happen in less than 15 minutes, believe it or not. I might go a little bit over, but hey, if I do, you're welcome to bounce at the 15-minute mark. It's Take Stock Tuesday, and if you've ever wondered, if you've ever tried to achieve something in your life and you've done everything that you knew that you were supposed to do, your goal, then this show is definitely for you. And of course, we're going to kick this episode off the same way we kick every single episode of the Tiger Forge show off with the Dance Your Butt Off. This totally counts as your workout. So, are you ready to discover the, what you need to do when you're doing everything that you think you need to do to achieve something and you're still not achieving it? Boy, that's a clunky way to say that. Plus, get your workout on. That's not so clunky. All in less than 15 minutes? Well, good. Let's get into it. Roll that intro. All right. As always, we're going to kick this episode off with the Dance Your totally counts as your workout. And if you're wondering what this little bit of silliness is all about, the idea behind this is that it can be very difficult to try to build an exercise habit, especially considering that most of us consider anything less than an hour not a full workout. So I'm going to try to dispel that notion. I'm going to try to let you off the hook from that idea, because that idea is really what can keep you from getting your workout on. This idea that it has to be a set period of time, or that it has to be a certain intensity level, or that it has to involve a certain amount of equipment or some kind of specific equipment. Let's get rid of all of those ideas, because none of them are true. What is true is that any movement is work. And what better way to start building a workout habit than by just dancing? Nice and easy, right? It's like hitting an easy button on building your workout habit. And we've been doing this, actually this is episode 37 of the Tiger Forge Show. We've been dancing for 37 episodes, and if you've been dancing with me all of that time, can you imagine how, what am I trying to say here? Can you imagine how proud you would be of yourself for having worked out 37 times, right? But it does require letting go of this idea of what a workout should be. Tony Robbins calls that shoulding all over yourself, and he's right. Getting rid of the shoulds in life should be one of our priorities, because who said it? Take it from me. Any movement is a workout, and dancing definitely counts, especially if you're dancing with this guy right here. So today's song comes to us from a band called Secret City, and this track it's super vibey, and I dig it a lot. It's a little bit dark, and I don't know what's going on. It's probably a reflection of Tiger Forge that the music's been running a little, moodier. I don't know why that is. I'm sure that's coming from somewhere, because I'm not feeling moody. I'm actually feeling really good lately. But The music that's, presenting itself to me for this segment, it's coming up a little moody, and I'm just gonna let it be. I kind of dig it. I don't mind a little moody. Anyway, this track is super vibey. The beat is sick. So I think you're really gonna like it. So are you ready? Because all that is required right now is that you just get up. That's all. Just let's start with one micro change that you can make right now, and that is just to get up out of your chair, unless you're already standing, and then bam, you're there. You're already doing it. Yeah, I've talked enough about it. Why don't we just do it? Start that countdown for me now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Do you see what I mean by vibey? Woo! That's my word for the day. The word for the day! It's vibey. All right. So, if you're not sure how to get your groove on, that is totally all right, because, dancing, it can come with a whole lot of, I don't know, stuff, We're always afraid of making a fool of ourselves in front of other people. Well, obviously I'm not. Anyway, if you're not exactly sure how to do it, why don't we just start with this little side step? Just step on the beat. Find the beat with your feet. Once you've got the beat, just throw a little bounce in there. Starting to feel good, doesn't it? Oh, this track is so good. All right, once you got the beat, once you get the bounce, we're gonna throw one arm in at a time. Don't freak out! Don't freak out! It's gonna be all right. Promise. Ready? All right, here we go. Woo! Look at this. We're getting our groove on. I love it. I think they're about to drop it. So I'm gonna stop talking for a second and just get my groove on. Here we go. If you're just tuning in, you're wondering, what is going on? What is this guy doing? So he thinks he can dance? No, I don't. What we're doing is the dance your butt off. This totally counts as your workout. And if you don't know, I mean, no judgment, but you might want to tune in a little more often, because you are missing some really good shit. You know what I mean? If I do say so myself. And I'm not talking about the dancing, although it is an easy way to get your workout over and done with. One song, and you worked out for the day, and then you're just on with the rest of your life, already knowing that you worked out, and you don't have to worry about it. I don't think you can buy that kind of feeling. Whew. All right, that's a short one, but a good one. All right, I'm gonna do a little sneaky this title card up while I readjust my camera angles. Probably be sneakier if I didn't tell you that that's what I'm doing when I do it, but I was never really that good at being a sneak. Anyway, that's not true. I am totally mischievous. Anyway, welcome to Take Stock Tuesday. Oh, I'm just gonna take a moment. T Ford, take a moment, catch your breath. It's fine. They'll wait. They'll wait for you. All right. Hi, I'm here. All right. Have you ever Take Stock Tuesday is all about measurements. It's all about metrics and figuring out, how to use metrics to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. And in this case, we talk a lot about nutrition and exercise. Go figure, right? The point is, have you ever wanted to make a positive change in your life and then you did everything that you thought you were supposed to do to achieve that goal, but you still didn't achieve it? If you haven't experienced that, it can be extremely frustrating. And more likely than not, running into something like that will tank your program. It will absolutely dissuade you from wanting to continue to keep doing it because we need some kind of result for our effort. I mean, that is just human. Nothing is more dispiriting than putting a lot of effort into something and not seeing results. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about today. Because whenever that happens, it's almost always, you may already know this, but a metric is a unit or a system or a standard of measurement. Basically, it's just whatever you're choosing to count as a measurement of whatever you're trying to achieve. For example, a step counter that you attach to your shoe, that's giving you a metric of how many steps you took that day. That is an easy metric to understand and to measure, and it's also a great example of a metric. What you may not know is that choosing the right metric to measure is the most important part of the goal achieving process. It's more important than the goal, actually, and I'm going to explain exactly what I mean. All right. So let's imagine that you're trying to lose 10 pounds. This is just purely for example purposes. Let's just imagine you're trying to lose 10 pounds. So you exercise and you diet for 3 weeks solid. So for 3 weeks, 21 straight days, you hit every single workout. You count every single calorie. And then when you step on the scale, it tells you that not only did you not lose weight, but you actually gained a few pounds. Can you imagine how frustrating that would be? I mean, I personally, I don't have to imagine it because I've lived through it and I've lived through that experience more times than I even care to remember because every single time that happened, I would try to talk myself through it and say, hey, it's okay. You just need to keep going another 3 weeks. But a bigger part of me would say, 3 more weeks of doing what I've already done that did not achieve the results I was looking for, and my program would be out the window, and that would be the end of that until I reached, um, until I couldn't button my pants again, and then I would have to, try to do it all over again. And whenever that happens, I always assumed that the problem was um, me. Actually, that I was going to say that I always assumed that the problem was my program, and that's an easy one to assume. Like, oh, there's something wrong with my program because I'm not getting the results I want. But I didn't think that. I always thought the problem was me. I thought, oh, maybe I just can't lose weight. Maybe, I have a slow metabolism, or my genetics are just, I'm built to be fat. I mean, my parents were fat, all my brothers and sisters are fat. uh that it's just, it's just kind of that space that I used to occupy. And that was really dispiriting. And not only would it kill my program, but it would set me back. Like I would try to soothe myself with beer and food, which, if you're trying to lose 10 pounds, is not the way to do it. But the problem wasn't me. The problem wasn't my program. It wasn't my genetics. It wasn't anything other than the metrics that I was using. First of all, losing 10 pounds is not a good goal. It's just not. Losing 10 pounds of what? I mean, it's just not specific enough. You could cut off one of your arms and lose 10 pounds. Losing 10 pounds is not what you're going for. I mean, hopefully, you should talk to somebody about that. But if if you if losing 10 pounds is your goal and you step on a scale and the scale tells you that you haven't lost any weight, then obviously it's gonna be hard to continue on your program. And the problem the entire time is just your metric is wrong. You can never tell from a scale whether your exercise and nutrition program is working because it's just not giving you enough information. Because for example, if you did lose 10 pounds of fat over that 3 week period, which is that it's not really possible, and this is just all examples. So I'm not saying you can lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks, because that's not really the truth. The most you can lose is really about a pound and a half to 2 pounds a week of pure body fat. So this is all just for example. But let's say that you did lose 10 pounds of fat over that 3 week period, but you also gained 12 pounds of muscle. The scale is going to say that you gained weight, that you actually gained weight. And if your goal was to lose weight, then you might think that you failed, when actually you're crushing it. Crushing it. You lost 10 pounds of fat and put on 12 pounds of muscle. Holy smokes! People would kill to achieve those kinds of goals, but many people, because they're only using the scale as their metric, will walk away from a program that is working, and not just working, but working well, because the metric is off, because the unit of measurement that they're measure whether they're achieving their goal or getting closer or further away from their goal is just off. Let's take that example a step further. If you've worked out consistently for three weeks, that alone is a huge accomplishment. Can you imagine going from not working out at all to working out consistently for 3 weeks and then thinking that somehow you failed? Holy cow. That just that and it happens so often. That's why I want to talk about this stuff with you guys. Not you guys, with you tribe, my tribe. I want to talk to you because uh, it it really is that important. The metric is so important. It really is. Um, let's say let's go back to our example, and let's say that you stuck to your diet for 3 weeks. Is a huge accomplishment. Huge. I mean, going from eating whatever you want to structured eating for any length of time is a huge accomplishment. But doing it for 3 weeks straight, I mean, it takes 3 weeks to build a habit. So if you've done something for 3 weeks, you've got the skills to take it all the way. You really do. But if you were looking at the scale to tell you whether you're being successful or not, you would think that you're not. You would think that it's not working. Do you see what I'm going for here? Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? Can you see how important choosing the right metric is? It will make or break your program. So here is your quick fix for the day. These are some metrics that I believe in, that I think are worthy metrics to follow. Number one, track how show up for your workout. That's it. Not how hard you worked out, not how long you worked out, just that you worked out. That's it. Just track that, because just showing up is the win. That's why we do the dance your butt off. This totally counts as your workout, because just showing up and doing it is the win, right? Um, when it comes to tracking uh, your calories, just track how many days you stay consistent on your nutrition program. Just tracking the days. It doesn't matter if you cheated a little bit. It doesn't matter if you weren't perfect. It doesn't matter how many calories you took in. What matters is that you consciously came to work on your nutrition every single day. That is the win. And finally, because we're using losing weight as today's episode, let's talk about what that means to lose weight. Because what I think you mean is you want to lose fat. Nobody wants to lose an arm. They don't. Um, but people want to lose fat. Most people want to lose some fat. And so if you do have that as a goal, your metric is not your scale weight because the scale is measuring everything. It's measuring your fat for sure, but it's also measuring your muscle, it's measuring your bones, it's measuring your internal organs, it's measuring your everything, what the water you have in your system, the food that's in your belly, the clothes you're wearing, it's measuring the air that's pressing down on top of you. I'm not kidding about that. It's weighing everything. So it's just not a great metric. What a good metric is body fat tested because you're trying to lose body fat, so you have to test your body fat percentage. And a good fitness professional like me will know how to do that for you and set you on the right path for measuring the right metric for your goal. Speaking of metrics, I want to talk to you about what my metric for success of the Tiger Forge show is because if I was relying on how many people are watching this live, or how many views I get, or likes, or shares, or follows, I would have stopped doing this show 36 episodes ago. That is not my metric for success here. My metric for success is when I hear something I've said on this show repeated back to me by my tribe. And it happens a lot, which means that even though mentioned like likes, shares, and follows are not there because they're not. I mean, let's be honest. You can see my numbers; they're right there at the bottom of every single post. Those, I mean, yeah, there's basically not a whole lot of engagement with any of these posts, but I don't care. That's not my metric. When somebody says something that I said on my show back to me, it's getting in there. My message is getting in there. And that means they're starting to incorporate it in their lives. They're starting to use these quick fixes that I'm giving you to start making positive changes in their lives. That is my metric. That is what I'm doing this for. My life's work is to take the struggle out of getting fit for as many people as I can. And so when that happens, I know that I'm on the right track. And that's why I'll be here tomorrow for episode 38 of the Tiger Ford Show. That's right. Well, it will be 38 times tomorrow. And there's no stopping me because I keep hearing the things that I say on this show repeated back to me. And it just, I can't tell you the joy that I get out of that. It's my it's my metric. So until tomorrow, when we're going to talk about watch out. It's Watch Out Wednesday, and we're going to talk about pitfalls that you should watch out for, and Lord knows there are a lot of them. So until then, this is the